Alright, we are back. Baseball. So we've got. Name of the game, Backyard. Backyard Baseball here again. This time we'll go to Sandy Flats' slow-moving area here where the ball travels faster than the player.
Sunny day here along with Vinny the Gooch, welcoming you again to Backyard Baseball.
Vinny the Gooch here along with Sunny Day, welcoming you again to Backyard Baseball.
I just said that, Vinny.
I know, but I think I said it better, with more pizzazz. Going head-to-head in today's game are the mighty Bombers and the Cincinnati Reds. If any of you younger kids out there are feeling inspired by the skill of these finely honed athletes, you should think about trying it out yourself next season. We're always looking for new players, and the requirements are easy to meet. You gotta have a pulse.
And now, kids, it's time for some action.
Good requirements, obviously. Let's start this off. Bombers, Reds, Sandy Flats.
Okay, let's play ball. Pitching today is Amir Khan.
Sticks has one claim to fame. His right hook can smoke his brothers any day of the week, and his corkscrew rocks, too. Watch this!
So Amir starts off pitching for the Reds. We've got Annie Frazier here. It's been a while since we've seen her. Since the Backyard Baseball reboot, we've not seen her on a team yet. Another player who we haven't seen either is Pablo Sanchez, who is always a fan favorite, but we'll see if he'll be in this game. Going later, as Amir's first pitch is a strike. This one is as well. Looking is Annie. If Vinny wants a heat, is Amir gonna give it to him?
From the windup and the throw.
That is a slow ball, but doesn't matter. That takes Annie down. First out of the game. A 3-pitch strikeout. So easy first batter, but will this be an easy second batter? Absolutely not. So let's take a look at Keisha and her stats here. Batting 9 to a 10, fielding 6 to a 9. So that'll be a pretty tough one to get out for Amir, but we'll see what he'll be able to do here. As Keisha will look at that for a strike.
Don't try this at home, kids.
1 out.
All 4 pitches have been strikes for Amir. This one a right hook. This one is hit well to deep Sandy Flats center. Kenny is there. Oh, and he didn't get it. And he flubs the throw, too. Walker, or Sosa, the third. Markey rather, can't handle the throw. And it's a triple for Keisha. And now you don't want to have this guy come on, Mark McGuire. He's definitely eating something. I don't know if it's spinach, but very dangerous hitter here. This one is a pop fly. Kimmy has to get this. She doesn't! Keisha's gonna score. McGuire's out. But the throw home obviously not in time from Giambi, nowhere near. As we have a 1-0 lead to start the game already. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. Orange background. Let's see what he's got.
The coach calls timeout.
Griffey Jr. batting 9 to a 10, running 8 to a 9. So this is a real top-heavy lineup. And if you go down this lineup, there's a lot of power in this lineup. So this will be tough. This one, a line drive into center field. Kenny runs to this, throws it to second. That's a single for Griffey Jr. And now we got Barry Bonds. So the top 4 of this rotation is going to be really difficult to deal with. No doubt about that.
Ready now and delivered.
After a great start by Amir, the Bombers, or the Reds rather, have already allowed a run. And 1-0 the score. This one an early swing strike to Bonds. And this one to try to put away the top half of the inning. Missed it. So Amir, a respectable 10 pitches in the inning, but ends up allowing 1 run. Unfortunately, the bad fielding was the reasoning for the allowed run. So here's Ronnie, he'll pitch. Kenny will lead off. Just want to check whether or not the error went to Kenny or did it go to Kimmy in the first inning. It went to Kenny, so that might actually be a run that's unearned to Amir. Had he had that catch, it would have prevented Keisha's triple. Unlike the MLB, if you get 3 bases on error, it's not a hit, it's an error. But here, it's a triple. Still to run all the way there, obviously. Count 2-1 for Kenny. Gotta see what the Reds have in this lineup. The Bombers have a very top-heavy lineup. They'll be difficult to put away, that's for sure. This one is a foul. And a full count. There's a heat. This one is hit in the air. Ronnie running to it. Good. First out. Amir had 10 pitches in the first inning. Ronnie already has 6, but still got the run. Mondesi is at bats. Pretty good power hitter up here. There's a heat. Ronnie's got one of the fastest heats in the league, but it's very hittable. If you get contact off of that, it'll be huge. Not that time, obviously. Jones should make the play, and he will. Second out. Third in the order is Larry Walker.
This Walker kid is pretty solid at the plate. Good hitter, decent runner. So, 2 outs. Let's go here.
Ronnie may still make the 10 pitches. This is his 9th. 2 outs.
That was a ball. 1-0.
His 4th ball already.
Here's the motion.
Ronnie throws again. That's another ball.
2-0.
Pitched 5 balls and 5 strikes thus far.
Into the windup.
There's a heat. And it is palely hit. Keisha will catch it. The 3rd out. 1-2-3 inning. Tony's at bat. Ronnie's on deck. Chipper Jones in the hole. So that inning totally lasted about 6 minutes. There's a hit from Amir. This one's a grounder, and this should be an easy play. And it's not. Amir flubs the throw, and the fielding has been bad for the Reds thus far. A routine ground out in Sandy Flats, by the way. Not converted. Ronnie's next up. Will he make Amir pay? This is a heat and a foul. If you can commend Amir for anything, is that the at-bats have been very quick thus far. This one is a pop fly. Amir is in line. He doesn't get the catch! And he flubs the throw again! And that would have been a double play had he gotten that catch. And Amir's now 0 for 2 with catching fly balls. Now Chipper Jones is at bat. 2 on, no outs. And the fielding woes continue for the Reds as Amir pitches a strike. This one a heat. This one hit is straight to Amir. He throws to second. Walker to third. That's an out. And they could have turned a triple play there. But I guess that's a safe play, I guess. But they do get the offensive power up. And you can attribute that to the bad fielding, I suppose. Dimitri's up. This one down the middle. This one hit well. Mondesi in line, and he caught it. So that was a problematic inning for Amir, but he does get out of it.
One left on.
Kendall at bat, Gwynn on deck, Giambi in the hole. The Bombers already have 5 hits in this game. They don't call them the Bombers for nothing. So Kendall's on. Take a look at his ratings here. His batting 7 to a 10, pitching 4 to a 5. That'll be interesting here. Ronnie's 11 pitches in the first inning.
Ball one.
The first at bat was 6, but got the 2 out pretty quickly.
He comes center. And the
There's another heat, a strike. Took that one.
I can't believe they didn't swing at that.
1-1. May I remind you? Ready now. The one.
Another heat. This one's grounded and curved around Ronnie, but this should. Well, he may, or should make the play rather, and he does. First out. Next up's Tony Gwynn.
Tony may be the first 8-year-old ever to hit one.
Tough to strike this guy out. We'll see what happens here.
I know all the pitches.
From the
Ronnie.
one and the pitch.
Left hook. This is grounded
Bouncing ball.
to Chipper Jones. Easy play.
Ooh, that's
Second out.
He's out.
Next is Jason Giambi.
Steps to the plate.
This kid looks like he's all business out there.
2 out.
I'll show him.
So the Reds have made contact on every at-bat thus far,
And the pitch.
but they still have no hits.
Here's the motion. And
There's a heat.
strike one.
Takes a strike. Count 1-1. Giambi looking for something here. There's another heat. This is grounded.
Chopper
And another routine play. Chipper Jones. McGuire is there and caught it. That's a 1-2-3 inning. Ronnie perfect through 2. Annie at bat. Keisha on deck. McGuire in the hole. Back to the top of the lineup. A very problematic lineup here, but if the Reds can shore up the fielding, they can fix this one here as Annie swings late for a strike.
Nice one. That's what I like to see.
Annie had the leadoff strikeout at the beginning of the game.
Ready now and delivered. Swung on.
That one's a swing and a miss. Strike, count 0-2.
He comes center. Pitch on the
There's a
way.
heat. This is grounded.
Third.
Amir, I don't think he's going to make it.
And he grabs it.
And he won't. That's a single. Oh, wait, hold on, Amir. Annie's off the base. And she slides into second and goes out.
Keisha Phillips.
Very ill-advised play by Annie there. That's bad base running. Could have had the single, but tries to go for 2 and fails. Amir
Things are looking a little
throws a heat down Keisha's sweet spot there, but she looks at it for a strike.
0-1.
That right side of the strike zone is where Keisha destroys balls as she
nice one.
swings early there for 0-2 count.
0-2.
1 for 1 with the triple, the lone run for the Bombers thus far. There's a ball, count 1-2.
The stretch. Pitch on the way.
So left hook. This one's hit deep to center field, and that is a home run by a lot. Keisha Phillips smashing that one in the extended center field of Zandy Flats, and the Bombers lead 2-0. A home run and a triple
1 out.
for Keisha Phillips. She's on cycle watch right
Pitch
now.
on the way. Ball 1. 1-0.
Both runs scored by the Bombers from Keisha Phillips as she hits that 324 feet. McGuire hit the wrong side of that one. It'll drop, but it'll still be
Throws it over to
a
first.
successful play from Jason Kendall. for the second out.
Out of there. And Griffey Jr. has played.
Griffey Jr., the second to last batter of the gauntlet at the top. Get through this, you're looking good. There's that one hit the top right corner for a strike.
I need a new prescription for those glasses.
Oh, standby. Heat. From the windup and deliver.
Another heat, strike 2, hit the bottom right for that one. 0-2 count for Griffey Jr.
He's ready now. And the pitch.
And this one is hit. It was a pop fly. Walker caught it.
He's out of
And
there.
that ends the top half of the third inning. A 2-0 Bomber lead.
The Reds are
Markey's at bat, Amir's on deck, Kimmy's in the hole.
I got a
And to be quite honest with you, I think Ronnie's gonna get through 3 pretty unscathed.
He comes center. Pitch on the way.
So on the right hook and fouled off by Markey.
With nobody out.
Count on 1.
Lined up and deliver.
There's a slow ball. It's
A bouncy
takes a
ball.
divot into the sand there. Easy play for Ronnie. First out. Amir is next.
1 out.
There have been no power-ups pitched thus far in this game. Amir has 3 strikeouts, but has not pitched a power-up.
The pitch.
Ronnie
The right.
still has no strikeouts,
0-1.
which is fine.
From the stretch. The pitch. Swung on.
This one's hit well, but it's a foul.
And it's a foul ball. Tripped and fell. 1 out.
0-2 count already. Ronnie,
Stretch and the throw.
that one a heat and a ball.
From the windup and the
Down the middle. And this one's line driven. Keisha to first. Oh, it's a single. And there goes Ronnie's
That's it.
perfect game and no-hitter through 2 1/3. That's the first base hit, ironically, by the pitcher, Amir Khan. Now here's Kimmy,
Takes the stretch.
bottom of the lineup.
That was ball 1. 1.
There's a ball.
He's set. And the delivery. Swing.
Late swing strike. Dimitri throws. Amir got the steal.
Stay.
That is a really questionable decision, but Amir does get the steal
Pitch on the way.
as Ronnie
Time you get that
heats that one for strike 2.
pretty tough to fight back.
At this point, the Reds do have to take some
1 out.
risks.
Hey, slick, swing, why don't ya?
Down 2-0.
The one
This one a heat, strike 3. Took this long, but Ronnie with his first strike out of the game. And we go back to the top of the lineup. It is Kenny, who's 0 for 1.
Okay, pitcher, give me one right over the center.
This will be a
The
tough
stretch. Pitch on the way.
conversion for the Reds here as Kenny swings very early
0-1.
for a strike.
He winds. Pitch on the way. And
Another
ball
heat
1.
for a ball.
It's getting dangerous here. 1-1. The windup.
Another
Pitch on the
pitch,
way.
heats. This one's popped in the air. Ronnie running toward it. It drops. Ronnie to third. Keisha back to first. And she rips it to McGuire for the out.
The Reds are losing.
Bonds at bat, Tony on deck.
No out.
As the Reds nearly had something there. Amir got to third base, but Kenny got cocky and Keisha just lined one to McGuire
Ball 1. 1-0.
to force the out at first.
Here's the windup. Fire. Ball 2.
Ironically, Ronnie's pitch count is higher than Amir's despite the 2-0
Windup throws it.
Bombers lead.
Swung on.
But
Likes it.
when Keisha's the source of all the misery for the Reds right here. Doesn't make sense. There's a good hit. It's caught by Walker. First out.
Next batter, Tony Delvecchio.
Tony's next. Got a single off of a grounder
Ready now, throws it.
in the second, I believe.
Swung on, direct
That's a
throw.
strike.
1 out. From the windup, fires.
This one a heat.
Swing.
This one is
It up.
pretty well hit to center field. And it gets past Kenny.
Wings it.
That is a base hit. That's Tony's second hit of the game.
Ronnie Dodd steps in.
Next up is Ronnie.
Runner on first, 1 out. Ready now, fires.
The Reds, if you remember, they still have an offensive power up.
Count is 1-0.
Or so we think, at least. Well, they turned double play in the second inning. This one is palely hit deep ball to left field. Kenny caught it and then flubs the throw.
Throw is a hopper.
Break to second.
So, okay. That throw was as bad.
Jones at bat.
Either
I
way,
like this kid's batting.
saving the base hit there. 2 outs for Chipper Jones.
Here's the windup, fires.
There's a left hook, and Jones swings at the ball.
With the left
Count 0-1.
There's gotta have a great eye to smack one of those babies.
runner on first, 2 out. He comes center. He's
That one a heat and a foul.
foul ball. 0-2.
One more pitch for a quick inning for Mir. Will he get it?
Stretch, cuts to the
And the pitch, and that's well off. A heat for a ball.
From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. The wing.
This one's grounded and it falls dead. Amir to second, and that's not going to get there.
He is safe.
Infield single for Chipper Jones as Amir, his arm just get worse.
Bat,
This kid's one tough cookie.
Dimitri's 0 for 1, and you'd expect
2 out.
bad arms not to be a factor in Sandy Flats, but, you know, the thing about it is if you don't get the ball there, the ball dies, and your baseman has to come off and retrieve it. It's the drawback, really,
Here's the pitch.
to the advantage of playing in Sandy Flats. If you have great fielders, then you'll have no issues with ground balls and making ground outs, but otherwise it can be a problem.
Strike.
I made an error in judgment.
First power-up of the game pitched. It took until the 4th inning.
1-2.
Amir
Jason Giambi
with the elevator, but Amir's done.
Terrific fastball.
After just 3 2/3 innings.
from the windup. The
Jason Giambi's on the
swung on.
mound now as he strikes out Dimitri in a pitch.
How do you like that?
Amir is now on first base, which could pose problems, but we'll see. 2 left on.
Halfway through the
Reds
inning
on
now. On.
with their golden lineup right here. Mondesi's at bat. Walker's on deck.
This one
Kendall's in the hole. The Reds, the only way they're going to get back into this game is if they get plays from either one of these 3 players.
Strike. 0-1.
Still scoreless for the Reds here, 2-0,
From center.
as Ronnie delivers a fireball.
together. He's
Of course, that was the only power-up that he got.
Big Mac ready to
And
pitch.
Ronnie's done.
Mark McGuire has got a good fastball.
So, both starting pitchers, despite their low pitch counts,
Delivery.
off the mound
Strike 3.
after, or
Ran out of gas.
off the mound in the 4th inning.
And that's all you can do. Ouch!
So both teams elect to take their first baseman
Jerry Walker.
to pitch. It's a bit odd for the Bombers to put Mark McGuire on the mound. He's not a great pitcher at all, but we'll see what happens.
Pitch.
You know, we've seen Pete Wheeler have moments pitch a very long time ago, so we'll see what McGuire does. He could surprise.
Ball
That's a ball.
And the count is 2-0. The stretch. He throws it.
So the left hook Looks at that one for strike.
Looked like a good pitch to me.
2-1. The stretch fires. Swung on. A long one.
This one is hit well. Griffey Jr. doesn't get it.
Safe at first.
Oh, Ronnie gets it, throws, it dies, but Keisha's there.
He's out of there.
And Walker got cocky.
I'll shake you up.
Tried to go for a double, doesn't get it. Second out. Next up is Kendall.
2 outs.
Would have been a lot more valuable if Walker had a single here to have Kendall on.
Fires. Strike one.
Instead,
They didn't swing at that.
Kendall's by himself with no 1 count.
He's ready now. And the delivery. Ball 1. And the count is 1-1. He's set.
McGuire, this one is wide and a ball.
2-1.
Count 2-1 for Kendall. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. This one is a slow ball and it's a ball. It would not be the worst thing in the world to walk Kendall here, to be quite honest with you, if you're Mark McGuire.
The windup. The delivery.
And that is a grounder.
Bouncing ball.
That's a slow roller.
Kendall did not want to walk. That was out of the strike zone. And he grounds out before the end of the 4th inning.
Well, they can't win them all.
Any at bat, Keisha on deck, McGuire's in the hole.
Either. Here's a little fact for you. In the majors, the Reds' Dave Concepcion once got ejected for blowing kisses at the umpire. Some guys just can't take a compliment.
Kenny Frazier steps
So the Bombers have 8 hits, the Reds have 1 through 4 innings.
Competitive player.
in with nobody out.
Annie had a dead-to-rights single in the 3rd inning, but
And the throw.
decided to come off
Strike.
the base
To left hook.
and get thrown out at 2nd.
Smack one of those babies.
She's 0 for 2. So having Giambi at the plate, or the mound rather, should stabilize things. Although this will drop.
Goes for the diving catch.
Mondesi throws to 2nd. That is actually Annie's first hit of the game.
To Phillips. Turn it back.
Next up is Keisha. Home run and triple. 2 for 2.
He winds.
Can she wreak more havoc?
A swing.
Late swing strike
And the count is
for Keisha. Next 4 batters, Scary.
winds. And the pitch.
This one's hit deep into center field. Kenny
Not
doesn't get it again.
quick throw to second. Safe.
Keisha will get the single. Annie's going for 3, or the 3rd.
Over. She's safe.
And luckily, oh yes,
The home plate.
Kendall. Annie falls. Kendall the 3rd. And Markey tags her out in another uncharacteristically cocky attempt by Annie. Should have just stayed at 3rd. Instead, 1 on, 1 out.
He winds. Throws it. Swung on.
This one a pop fly.
Center field.
Gwynn
Got
caught
him.
on the run.
Got him out. Here's the throw to
Second out.
Safe. Zings it to first.
Keisha got her 3rd hit, by the way. She is a double away from the cycle, and she'll most definitely have another attempt in the 7th or 8th inning. Griffey Jr. is at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
And the delivery.
This one is a wide left hook
See that?
for a ball.
Even the ball's afraid of me.
He comes center. He's
There's a heat and a foul.
and a foul ball. And the count is 1-1.
Count 1-1 for Ken Griffey Jr. This one is up, and it is another pop fly. Mondesi caught it to end the top half of the 5th inning. The Reds are up now. Gwynn is at bat. Giambi's on deck. And Markey's in the hole. The Bombers have 10 hits. The Reds have 1.
This should pad my batting average.
Will Tony Gwynn get something done here? 0 for 1. Early swing for a strike.
0-1.
This one a heat for a ball.
He's set. Here's the pitch.
Oh my goodness, what was that?
And the count is 2-1.
That was like a sliding left hook. Well out of the strike zone. Down 2-1.
Pitch. Swung on, looped up.
This one will drop. And it is in time. Oh, no, it doesn't.
First.
Well, it was a bit offline. It's a single for Gwynn. Kind of a dead throw. Kind of a bait. But Gwynn, very smart player. He stays on first base. So the Reds, this is their last batter till the lineup gets a bit ugly here. This one goes into the shallow center field. A very good bounce for Tony. And a double play. Turned by the Bombers. That was a great bounce. If you saw that, it curved towards where Tony was going. Made it an easier pickup. Had it gone the other way or the natural trajectory, Gwynn would have gotten on base.
Ready now. Here's the pitch.
There's a heat, and it's grounded at the plate. Dimitri will run for that one, and an easy play. That'll end the 5th inning. Bonds at bat, Tony on deck, Ronnie in the hole. The Reds putting up zeros all throughout here. Bonds is up 0 for 2, strikeout.
Barry Bonds. I don't know.
From the stretch and the delivery. Swinging. Strike.
Late swing strike there.
Nobody out.
So Bonds has no hits, but he's the last batter of the Bombers' gauntlets here,
The swing.
as he fouls off that.
And the count is 0-2.
Count 0-2.
He comes center.
Giambi throws that one. Strike 3.
And he has
Bonds, not a great game thus far. 0 for 3.
That's
His second strikeout.
That's some heat.
That is Giambi's second strikeout. There have not been a lot of strikeouts in this game. Giambi is 2. Amir has 2.
batter. Tony Delvecchio.
Ronnie had 1. I think McGuire has 1.
But we all know that's impossible while the
There's been a lot of contact in this game. If this wasn't Sandy Flats, there'd be a lot more hits for the Reds at least. But the Bombers have had that down packed with having 10 through 5 innings.
The stretch. Here's the pitch. Swinging.
This one hit well by Tony.
Running back.
Kenny will pick it up,
Ducked it over.
and
Ball is heading
Kimmy did not see that throw. Doesn't matter though. That's Tony's 3rd base hit. He's 3 for 3 as Giambi lugs himself back onto the mound.
Ronnie Duck.
He may be off pretty soon, now that you think about it. Ronnie's next. He's 1 for 2 with a single. It's the Bombers' 11th hit of the game,
Swinging.
as he'll swing and miss.
Runner on first. 1 out.
I'm starting to think the Reds aren't going to score here.
And the delivery.
Oh, nothing to say about that one. That's an aluminum power off of the power-up that they got
The ballpark. Oh,
in the 5th from the double play. Ronnie Dobbs using the aluminum power bat for the home run. It goes 526, and the Bombers lead 4-0.
Chipper Jones at bat.
4-0 Bombers. An aluminum power gives them that lead. Chipper Jones has not failed to come on
1 out.
to base yet, although he's been accompanied each time he's had it hit by somebody already on base, but
Low ball 2. And the count is 2.
Tony and Ronnie score the first non-Keisha runs of the game.
Into the windup and the pitch.
And this is a defensive struggle-looking game here for the Reds here, because it is not an insurmountable deficit,
Delivered.
but
Foul.
Their offense has been lethargic in this game, and they don't have the batting personnel
The wind-up
outside of their 2 through 4 hitters
That was the ball.
to do very much, and in some ways that should be enough to score something by now. As Chipper Jones walks in 4 pitches.
Dimitri Petrovic took the bat.
Dimitri loves
Dimitri's next, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
and he's better at it too.
Runner on first. 1 out. The wind-up and the delivery. Swing.
This one is hit well to left. It is still in play, and it's not caught. And it's a ground rule double. Kenny and Mondesi run into each other. The ball drops and bounces into the pond.
Steps in, ready for action.
Chipper Jones now at third,
Runners at second and third. 1 out.
and he's 1 for 3 with a single. Bombers look to extend the lead here,
The swing.
and a foul behind the plates.
The stretch. Here's the pitch.
So this one grounded dead.
Bouncing ball.
Dimitri's coming off second, but Jones wants to stay at third.
And he's safe.
And Kendall will just hold here as Jones has no
Him out.
other recourse but just run it home and take the out. I don't know what Dimitri was doing there.
Keisha Phillips, turn it back. Runners at the corners.
Bases could have been loaded for Keisha. She's a 3 for 3. Home run, triple, single. She is a double away from the cycle at this rate. I mean, she may get one more at-bat in the ninth.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Low ball 2. And the count is 2-0.
2-0 count.
He winds and the throw. That was a ball.
And Giambi looks like he's
Like me when I'm angry.
And the count
content with walking her here. Count 3-0.
into the motion. Throws it.
It's in the strike zone.
Strike.
Things are looking
She'll
a
look at
little
it.
bleak here.
And the count is 3-1.
Keisha well ahead in the count now. 3-1 still.
And the offering.
Tries to bunt and misses.
That's a trick.
And now full count.
But it sure is hard on the arm.
3-2.
Can Giambi get out of the jam? The pitch is well out.
Scroll down the first
And Keisha will not get the chance to get the cycle on this at-bat. She will walk. And now bases are loaded for Mark McGuire.
Still trying to get
He's
out.
0 for 3, but
loaded. 2 out.
this is not a guy who he wants to come up
From the windup.
with bases loaded.
The win.
And that's why. Mark McGuire uses the aluminum power. That's a grand slam.
It's go.
The Bombers do it. They bomb a grand slam, and they take an 8-0 lead. Who better than Mark McGuire, even though it was aluminum power, to hit that one? 8-0 Bombers.
Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate.
Well, I suppose we don't have to do any more commentary here. It's 8-0. Griffey Jr. 1 of 3 with a single.
Takes the stretch.
We've been at 2 outs the past 4 minutes at least.
See that? Even the ball's afraid
And,
of me.
Giambi has completely and utterly unraveled here.
He's ready now.
I'd said before the game was going to stabilize with him
It's been
on the mound. Well, that's been completely untrue. And
From
the Bombers have bombed so much in this one. This one a low line drive. And Kimmy cannot handle the ball.
And he's safe.
that throw is
She
a
screws the throw up.
Got him out.
And that actually contributed to Griffey Jr. getting out.
They're losing.
The Bombers score 6 in the 6th inning.
Amir Khan.
They have 15 hits,
That means business.
and they're up 8-0. Now the question is going to be, can the Reds even score a run, much less
He's set.
come back?
Strike 1. fires.
This one a heat.
Another
Strike two.
strike.
If he can keep it together, he's got one more shot.
And the count is 0-2.
Amir, 0-2 count. What'll he do?
Low ball.
Not swing at a ball.
1-2.
1-2 count.
The stretch and the throw.
And that's a ball.
2-2. From the windup, the delivery.
There is a ball. Now full count.
3-2. From the stretch, the 3-2 pitch.
McGuire just slightly out, and that is a walk.
Way to go, kid. That
All
shows
3
you
walks in the game have been in this inning. Amir gets on for the second time.
Steps in. Runner on first, nobody out.
The Bombers, by the way, they're on their 4th at-bat cycle. The Reds, they're now finishing their 2nd.
Hit hard.
This one line driven and caught by Chipper Jones for the first out.
Next up, Kenny Kawaguchi.
Here starts the 3rd at-bat cycle for the Reds.
Okay, pitcher, give me one.
Kenny is 0 for 2.
Here's the windup, the delivery. Strike. Runner on
So,
one out.
if you were to have every player get out in a game, they'd have their 3rd at-bat cycle in the 7th inning.
A bouncing ball.
6th inning, 1 out. Pretty close. Keisha to first. Oh, Kenny just barely got there. Almost turned another double play.
Raul Mondesi comes to the plate.
That's the first hit of the game for Kenny and the 3rd hit of the game for the Reds.
Runner on first, 2 out.
This one's going out.
Mondesi 0 for 2 with a strikeout. A home run would be great here.
Throws it. The wing.
Well,
Crazy bunt.
next best thing, crazy bunts. This will, I mean, it's in the infield. And is it going to die in the infield? No, it doesn't. It's got a second when it goes into the outfield. Keisha picks it up, throws home, and Kenny does score. Dimitri goes home. Mondesi runs back to 3rd, and he got it. He's safe. That's an RBI triple off the crazy bunt, and the Reds finally score using the power-up that they got back in the 2nd or 3rd inning. Bit late for that, but they do get on the board at least. That is a ball.
1-0.
So, for pride at least, the Reds are able to
He comes center.
get on board.
Swung on.
There's a heat. Griffey Jr. caught it and saves the run.
One left.
Bonds at bat, Tony on deck, Ronnie in the hole. The Reds
Barry Bonds to pass.
had 2 hits in that inning. They had 2 hits in the first 5 innings.
He's ready now. The pitch. Swung on. Strike. Lefty.
That's a terrific pitch. But it's
There's Giambi with the strike there. Bonds has not had a good game thus far.
He winds and the delivery. The wing.
This one's grounded.
Bouncing ball.
Giambi
Number to the mound.
got him out.
First. We got him out.
Bonds now 0 for 4.
Batter. Tony Delvecchio.
A guy who's had the exact opposite game as Tony DeVecchio. He's 3 for 3, all singles.
Target goes up. Here's the
There's a
pitch.
heat. This one's blown into center field! And it's not enough, but it's going to be a ground rule double. That's Tony's 4th hit of the game. He's been spectacular in this one in that 5-hole. Oh boy. Next up is Ronnie. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a single.
Sally bossing him around.
He got the aluminum power home run in the 6th. He's already back in the 7th.
Here's the motion. The delivery.
Well out for a ball.
Kenny Kawaguchi up on
And
the
Giambi is out.
Kenny has a consistent.
So
throw
Kenny
ball.
comes in, he'll pitch. He's a
He goes
pretty great
nuts with
pitcher,
the
although
crazy ball.
He
He was awful in center field. A lot of those early runs could have been negated had he caught a few of those.
Here's the motion. The 1-1 pitch. High and outside.
Kenny usually has very iconic pitching outings in Parks Department Field number 2, but we'll see what he has in Sandy Flats.
2-1 pitch. The wing-
On a slow ball, grounded.
Ball.
Tony will stay at second,
Right for him. Straight to first.
and that's a good throw.
Got it out.
That's the best throw he's had all game. By far.
Oh, that back. They have a runner on
Good
second.
ground out.
2 out.
Chipper Jones next up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He walked in the 6th inning.
Strike one.
As he'll take the strike.
This would be a great time to move for a hit.
Vinny wants a heat. Will we get it?
Take the stretch. Pitch on the way.
Now that's an elevator.
Strike.
And a strike 2.
Does him with the elevator. 0-2. He comes center. And the delivery.
There's a heat and a foul.
Foul ball.
0-2 count for Chipper Jones.
And delivered.
That's a slow-mo. And oh, he swung at it for the strikeout.
Good.
And that'll end the top half of the 7th inning.
Halfway through the inning.
Kendall
now.
at bats.
One left on.
Gwynn on deck. Giambi in the hole. The Bombers have 16 hits in Sandy Flats. Imagine.
Really run.
Kendall's 0 for 2. Still waiting for something out of him here.
From the windup and the pitch.
There's a slow ball and a strike.
0-1. Hey, Slick, swing, why don't you? Ready now, and the offering.
Another slow ball.
Swung on.
This one hit well
Drive.
in the center. Bonds is going to it, and he caught it for the first out.
Tony Gwynn is next batter.
Gotta go further. Gwynn's next up. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
Batting average.
Into the windup. Pitch on the way.
This one's well out.
That was
The
ball.
ball. Not gonna get him with those blatant balls.
Here's the windup. Throws it. A swing.
This one's grounded. Should be an easy play. McGuire
Oh, roller.
running to it. Well,
He singles it out.
I can't bear to watch.
Let's go, team.
that. Oh, well, that's why I didn't say anything. Keisha. Back to first.
Drive.
Goes over Ronnie's head.
Let's go, yellow. Come on, you guys.
And, well, that was a
Will you look at that?
much longer play than it should have been. But Tony Gwynn, regardless, does get the single.
Jason Giambi steps up to the plate.
The throw by Keisha over Ronnie's head.
Giambi.
And,
Runner on first. 1 out.
it is
Show him.
From the windup.
8-1, 1 out. Gwynn on first.
The batter's gotta pull the trigger on those.
Giambi is 0 for
Here's
2.
the pitch.
Left hook. And it's a crazy bunt.
Let it go.
And, well,
He's running around like a crazy
it dies.
Will you look at that? Come on, guys.
Let's go, team.
Last time it went into right field at the last second, but Ronnie able to gatekeep it from going into right field.
Okay, that's
And they don't get much out of that one.
This young hitter can get the job
Just a
done.
single for Giambi's first hit.
1 out.
Markey's next up, he's 0 for 2. The problem now, you've got 2 on with 1 out, but you've got no base running
Stretch the pitch.
right now as Markey extends for that one, which would have been a ball, but it's a foul.
He's set. Pitch on the way. Swing.
That one's a foul as well.
0-2.
Count 0-2 for Markey,
He winds and the throw.
and that is a strike. Markey 0 for 3.
Can't win 'em all.
Oh, darn. Oh, man.
Next is Amir.
Khan walks up to the plate.
He's only got one at bat. He walked in his last.
The stretch and the offering. That was a ball.
Gotta get something big from here on this at bat here. Scores 8-1.
Into the motion.
2 on, 2 out. That is a heat, and it's grounded into the ground. Chipper Jones should make the play unassisted, or no, he throws it to second. Fielder's choice either way. That'll end the 7th. Dimitri's at bat, and he's on deck. Keisha's in the hole.
Kids having a bad day. Happens to the best of them.
So the Reds' offense has picked up over the last few innings.
But he gets tired easy.
Only one run out of that, though, as Dimitri comes up. He is 1 for 3 with a double.
The stretch. Pitch on the way.
There's a slow ball and a strike.
Slow pitch. And the count is 0-1.
Top of the 8th inning.
From the stretch. The delivery. Swinging.
Game time has been about
Strong left hook.
50 minutes thus far.
Solid left hook.
It may,
Good pitcher.
0-2.
we may find it under an hour in this one.
Ready now. He throws it. A swing.
Strike 3, well early of a swing by Dimitri,
Batter goes down.
and that's the first out.
Good.
And he will come back up for the 5th rotation
Kenny Frazier.
for the Bombers,
Kenny has hit.
as they are comfortably up by 7.
Doesn't get much power behind a hit.
From the
Kenny
windup,
with the pitch, and that is a well out ball.
Count is 1-0.
1-0 the count.
Target goes up, and the pitch. The swing.
And a foul.
Foul ball. He's set. The 1-1 pitch.
Now on a ball as well. Counts 2-1.
His eyes checked.
And the count is 2-1. Takes the stretch. Cuts to the plate.
Heat, strike 2.
And it was the heat.
It was in there.
2-2. Into the motion. Throws it.
Another heat, this one grounded.
A bouncing ball.
Stays dead in front of Kenny, and an easy play for the second out. Next up is Keisha. This in all likelihood will be her final at bat. She's 3 for 3. Home run, triple, single. She walked in her last at bat. She's looking for a double. This one is hit well.
One left of center.
Walker is there and caught it.
Good catch.
So Keisha not able to finish perfect, and she cannot get the cycle.
The Reds are
A
losing.
1-2-3 inning. We've not said that very often for the Reds, but they do. Bottom of the 8th.
Kimmy's not the fastest runner on the team, but has a pretty good throw.
Watch out. Here comes trouble.
Kimmy now is up. She's 0 for 2 with
Throw.
a strikeout, as she'll take a strike there. It's been all Bombers in this game, really. No issues. This one is line driven straight to McGuire for the first out.
Here I go. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Ball 1.
Now on the ball. So the 4th batting rotation for the Reds. I'm surprised they got that many.
Strike. 1 out.
And they'll still have some at-bats in the 9th inning as well,
From the windup. And
as meaningless as they may be here, as Kenny
strike. And the count
swing and
is
miss for a strike number 2.
The stretch. He throws it.
And that is a ball as well. Count 2-2 rather. The Kenny.
The 2-2 pitch.
This one is that a heat? Doesn't matter. It's a strikeout.
That pitcher.
McGuire's 3rd strikeout, and
Messed up.
ironically, Mark McGuire has pitched very well
Raul
in
Martin
relief
to the plate.
of Ronnie. Ronnie only pitched the first 3 innings.
This one.
McGuire is 1 out away from pitching 5.
Here's the motion. Fire.
Down a heat.
I can't believe they didn't swing at that.
Ready now. The delivery. A swing.
And another foul.
Foul ball.
Count 0-2
From the stretch. Pitch on the way.
from Mondesi. And he
And
belts that one.
left.
And that is a home run.
Going.
Just cleared the pond.
Ball is
Raul
gone.
Mondesi hits a home run. We would have wanted to see that earlier in the game, but beggars can't be choosers.
Later.
281 feet for that one. And the Reds, the first home run of the game for them. They put her on the board 8-2.
Larry Walker up now.
Larry Walker's next up. He is 0 for 3.
Pitch, right?
So a great hit by Raul Mondesi, and
That's the ball.
the Reds have a pulse, albeit quite
From the stretch.
insignificant here, as they're still down by 6.
Ball two.
And they only have 4 outs to go. Plus they have to prevent runs on defense, even though, well, we'll see about that.
3-0.
Walker, count 3-0 now.
The pitch. A swing.
This one is grounded,
Ball.
That's a slow.
and Walker may get there, and he does. But he'll come off first base. Ronnie.
And the slide.
Oh, yes. Got the double.
Good hustle. Good
Larry Walker. Yes.
Kendall at the plate.
Still hit.
Kendall's at bat. He's 0 for 3. Still waiting to see what he's got. It'd be a waste if he doesn't get a hit with
What is he waiting for?
a 10 batting.
Becomes center. And the throw. A swing.
This one's hit well to center field. Griffey Jr. caught it
That's it for the 8th inning.
to end the 8th.
The Reds are losing.
Not the most stellar performance we've ever seen out of these young athletes.
Mark McGuire is out.
McGuire's next up in the 9th. He's 1 for 4 with a home run.
No out.
So, usually we don't stop the game this early to look at the stats, but we're in the top of the 9th, and the game is pretty out of reach, I would say, with it being 8-2. So, let's take a look at those as we have it. Mark McGuire, obviously, with that big grand slam in the 6th inning using the aluminum power bats. Of course, he's done it on offense and defense, with him pitching 5 innings in relief for Ronnie. He's at bat right now as he looks at a crazy ball.
Literally.
Bet his arm could use a break after that pitch.
Nobody out.
0-1 the counts for Mark McGuire.
From the stretch and delivers. High and inside.
I'm just barely out of the strike zone.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
There's a heat and a ball.
2-1.
2-1 counts for McGuire after taking that initial strike.
Strike.
Swings a bit late there. You can tell he wanted to belt that one, but Kenny with a well-placed heat
From the stretch
on that
and
one.
delivery. Swing.
And that is a foul.
Back. Ready now. A 2-2 pitch. That was a ball.
Full count.
The count is 3-2.
Kenny just his 23rd pitch. It's felt like he's pitched forever, but
Pitch. Stroll down
you
the
know,
first
with
baseline.
6 of his 23 pitches in this at bat, but
Each batter
he ends up
in a
walking
battle against the
Mark
pitcher.
McGuire.
Somebody's got to go down every time.
And
Griffey Jr.'s next up. He is 1 for 4 with a single.
no out.
The Bombers have had a great game offensively.
And the delivery.
There's a heat, and it just continues. This one deep into left field.
Give up 2 bases.
Oh, and it's just short of the pond. Had it gotten in there, it would have been a home run, but just short. Probably by under a foot. That's a ground rule double as it jumps the pond. So Bonds has had no luck. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but maybe something can happen here.
That was ball 1, and the count is 1-0.
This would be a garbage time hit, but why not? There's a ball. Count 0-2 for Bonds.
Into the motion, and the
Heat.
delivery.
This one is line driven into right field.
And he goes up, fires it over,
And I'm surprised Mark McGuire doesn't budge.
next batter, Tony Hill.
So
The
bases are loaded with no outs.
Nobody out.
Tony has been perfect. He's 4 for 4, a double and 3 singles. He's the only player in the game since Keisha got out in the 8th
From the
to
windup,
not have an out.
strike
Strike 2.
It was in there like swimwear.
left hook.
In my book, a solid left hook is the mark of a good pitcher.
And here it is.
That was
Just
ball
out.
1.
Heads up.
From the stretch, and the throw.
There's a heat for a ball.
And the count is 2-2.
Yeah.
We want a batter, not a broken into the windup, throws it.
Hello.
A swing.
Yeah, that one, that's a swung at a very bad pitch.
Goodbye to another.
So Tony no longer
The
perfect.
hostess, your table is waiting.
Finishes 4 for 5, but he had a great game. So can't fault him at all with
Ready for action.
That kid's
his
waving the
performance.
ball like it was a toothpick.
Ronnie's up. He's 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. A grand slam would make his day. That's for Don Shore.
A swing. Strike.
Just late on that one.
Another one, baby.
Hard left.
Batter's gotta have a great eye to smack one of those babies.
He's set. He throws it. A swing.
That's a foul.
A foul ball.
Count 0-2.
Ready now. And the pitch.
There's a heat.
Ball 1.
Not tricked.
From the windup and the throw.
Another heat. Again, not tricked. 2-2.
The corner with that one.
And the count is 2-2.
Can't afford a walk, even though, what does it matter?
Into the motion.
If he did,
And the delivery.
there's a heat and a strike.
The batter.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time in the entire game that we've seen a pitcher have back-to-back strikeouts. I'm confident in saying that. 2 outs for Chipper Jones. Kenny wild with that one. That's a ball. Jones 2 for 3 with 2 singles, also with a walk. In the 6th.
I don't know about that.
A sneaky slow ball.
This would be a good time to
So we were full count, or rather bases loaded with no outs. Now we have 2 outs.
Into the
Can
one.
Kenny
1-1 pitch.
save the team from this one as he wildly throws that heat well at the strike zone? Count 2-1.
The stretch and delivery.
Other heats. This one is line driven and it drops. Kimmy
He's all over it.
throws home. Kenny throws home. Kendall got him.
That retires.
McGuire,
Halfway through the
slowpoke,
inning
can't
now.
get there.
The Reds are
Win at bat, Giambi on deck. Marking the hole, the Reds need a meager 6 runs.
need a nicer kid than Tony Gwynn.
nobody.
At least, you know, Tony Gwynn is
Very closely.
one of the best contact hitters in the league, so he'll give a fight at least. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles.
Ball 1.
Likely will not go down on strikes, so we'll see what he does here.
He's set. Cuts to the plate.
And that is a ball. Count 2-0 for Gwynn. There is a strike.
2-1. He's ready now. Cuts to the plate.
A well-placed pitch
Anytime you get
for
that
a
second
strike.
on
2 and
it's
2.
pretty tough to fight back.
And the count is 2-2. He winds the pitch.
And, well, I suppose that was a jinx.
Can't get 'em every time.
Gwyn strikes out. Very rare sight. And Giambi is up 1 for 3 with a single.
Oh, show him.
Takes the stretch and delivered.
Down to Heat for a ball.
From the windup, pitch on the way.
That one's well out for a ball. Pretty drawn out ninth inning, it feels like.
Target goes up and delivered. Strike.
Probably because we all know
What are you waiting for?
what the finish is going to be here.
The windup, the 2-1 pitch.
There's a ball.
Ball 3. And the count is 3-1. From the stretch, the delivery.
There's a slow ball and a strike. Now full counts.
He comes center, the pitch.
And that's a ball. So McGuire will walk Giambi.
Right here in the neighborhood.
All the walks in this game have
Okay,
been
that's
post 5th inning.
I don't think he's touched the ball yet in this game.
runner on first, 1 out.
And Vic, 'cause this one here is going plumb out of here.
From the windup and the
So 1 on 1 out. Markey is at bat. Amir is on deck.
ready now.
Be great to get to him, honestly. Yeah, this one's well out of the strike zone for the second ball of the at bat.
The windup fires.
Crazy ball and a strike.
And the count is 2-1. Target goes up, the 2-1 pitch. The wing.
This one is grounded.
Ball.
Send him scrambling.
Jones to second.
And
Keisha to first. Oh!
into first on a sharp single.
And that would have ended the game. But Ronnie couldn't handle it.
The plate.
Would have been a game-ending double play. Instead, we've got
Target goes up.
divine intervention to extend this game as McGuire pitches a corkscrew.
You can throw your back out swinging like that.
Runner on first.
It's one of these moments where, in most other circumstances, the game would be over right now to be talking about the recap, and McGuire would probably finish pitching 6 innings, but he may get thrown out after this next pitch. Not enough took, misses. Count 2-1. Amir is on, looking for some life. This one is grounded. McGuire's running for it. McGuire to second. And Keisha tags up. Markey's out. And that's it. 8-2 Bombers win.
Over, and the Reds lose. 2-8.
When you win a game, it's easy to think of yourselves as winners. When you lose, though, no one should think of themselves as losers, just winners who had an off day.
This is Sunny Day and Vinny the Cooch saying see you next time.
So 8-2 Bombers win in Sandy Flats. Game time about an hour and 7 minutes. That one dragged on over the last couple of innings there. The Bombers obviously with sluggers aplenty in that 2-5 spot. Keisha getting the first 2 runs of the game. Had that huge home run, and I believe it was the 3rd inning, but the fielding woes by the Reds early on was one of the issues why they allowed so many runs early, and that 6th inning just blew it into proportion, or out of proportion, to make that an 8-0 game. The Reds did end up scoring, but missed a lot of opportunities on offense, and 8-2 was all that she wrote. So now to another game of Backyard Baseball 2001 done. Bombers beat the Reds in the slow-paced Sandy Flats 8-2. See you next time.